Hi, Uncle Thor here. I'm going to give a brief talk about something I call energy passing. And what this does is takes the energy, we'll call it the magnetic or magical energy that's in your body, and you can use it to project magical force towards people, towards objects, towards things. And in a sense, your physical body is a magical machine directed by your mind. Now, years ago when they taught this energy passing, and the energy, by the way, the German teacher called it Macht. The Norse name would be Magna. It's also known as Prana, Chi. There's a lot of names for it, but it's that intrinsic spiritual energy within yourself, also known as astral energy, because it is connected closely to the emotions. And so years ago when they taught to teach it, they would have you go like this. See, and put your hand out there and, ooh, here it comes, the power. And you just keep practicing and practicing like that. And you really didn't get any results. So what I learned some years ago was a trick. And I had seen, this was a trick that was used in Chinese Tai Chi. I believe it's the first movement, where they would raise their hands up, shoulder length, and then push forward. And it gave me the idea, I wonder if I could use this to sort of kickstart teaching passing energy. And I experimented with it, and it works very well. So the idea is you breathe in. Of course, to develop this energy, you have to meditate. Meditation is very simple. Close your eyes, relax, breathe the way you would when you're sleeping. Focus on something, and then give it 10 to 15 minutes, and then you come out of it. Now, there's a trick to this. I told you to breathe the way you breathe while you're sleeping. I've been teaching these meditation tricks for well over 30 years at least. And when I say that, people automatically know what I'm talking about. But how do you know how to breathe when you're sleeping if you're asleep when you're breathing? And yet they do. It's one of those little peculiarities. So what you do when you've been working to develop the energy, you breathe in. Bring your arms here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to project outward this way. See? But you're not going to go full extension. You only go about 2/3 of the way and stop. And when you stop, you image that energy continuing on through your forearms, through your palms. And you can feel it in your palms. It's really something. You can actually feel it after a while, and do several reps like that. Maybe do 10, 12 reps at a time. I would say once or twice a day. You don't want to overdo it because the magical body, the astral body, takes time to develop, for lack of a better word, the conduits through which the energy can pass. So we want to start off slowly. And believe me, you will increase in your ability to use it faster than you expect. Okay, most people start really getting really good results in about 7 to 10 days. I mean really good results, Sometimes you will feel it the first few times. So again, take it and breathe and just go. See, we got that extension. Now, when you're able to do this, and after maybe 2 or 3 days of doing it, what you want to do next is breathe in, extend your arms, and then when you come to full extension, dip your hands so that the power is now, instead of going through your palms, is going through your fingertips. Okay, so it's, and now going through your fingertips. And the fingertips you especially want to get it through are these two. These are the 2 fingers that are best for carrying the energy. Of course, all 4 is fine, but you really want to get them into these 2. So, and what you can do with this, for instance, through the palms, is you can do a lot of healing, a lot of relieving stress. We never pinch, we never poke, we never grab muscles or make people jolt. Just put your hand there and let the energy do the work. Just move it gently. A way to help with headaches is to put your hand, usually your power hand, your right hand, at the base of the skull. right in the back. They call that the medulla. Gently. Then take this hand here, and either with the fingertips or the palms, go to what they call the third eye, this spot here. Place it here. And pass. Let the energy pass. Don't think about it. Don't try to make it pass. It'll do it on its own. You know, like unconsciously controlling it. And you only have to do it a few seconds. It may not cure the headache, but it'll certainly ease it. And if you feel a tingly feeling afterwards, just rinse your hands in cool water. That pulls off any astral gunk off you. You can use this also to charge objects. Pick up an object in your hand, for instance. Got a little object here. Hold it like that. Just breathe. And you don't have to extend your hand. Once you got practice, you don't have to move your hand at all to get that energy flowing. And you could be walking, you could even be talking with people with practice, and you could be charging that item. When I used to give classes, what I would do is I'd ask someone to get me a couple of stones. Usually they'd have them outside and, you know, near the sidewalk or something. Give me 2 or 3 stones. And I'd hold them in my hand, and I would be charging them. And then I would pass them out to the people who were there for the class and watch the reaction. Now, what I would charge them with is a very happy type of energy. And the way I imaged it was a nice cranberry red. It was a joyful, really happy, really humorous type of energy. And if I could pack it all in there, as people were getting it, you'd hear all the giggling and laughing going on. That was one of my old tricks. Now, if you're going to pass energy, when passing body to body, you don't image colors or anything. Just let the energy move as it will. But if you're charging an item, try and figure an energy. You can image a rune. You can image or use a color. That's what I often do for certain types of energy. Image that it's a certain color. It means something to your mind, and that translates to how your mind will adjust this energy. You see. The thing about a rune, and I also want to stress this, if you're putting a rune power on something, there's a reason why we literally draw the rune on it. And that is, I used to do writing exercises, I still do, because what I found is that if people can write it, they can objectify it, and the mind has an easier time working with it than if it's just a thought bouncing around. Aha. Well, what the drawing the rune does, because even though the whole operation is mental, we know the runic power, we know the rune. Why do we draw it? Because it objectifies it. It gives our mind, our magical engine, another little push to get that stuff flowing where we want it to flow in the way we want it to flow. But the energy in your hands, you really don't have to manipulate much. And you can also learn to direct it to other parts of your body, to your feet, to your back. When you are using it, I'm going to give you one caution. Never do this. Never go for the throat. There's a certain human reaction. It's very unconscious, but it'll shut them down, and all you're going to do is make them nervous, even if they know it's coming. Okay? Always go. You can go near the throat. You can go on the chest here, or you can hold your hand a few inches away to work it, but never directly go for the throat. And again, never pinch, prod, none of that muscle stuff. Just let the energy gently go. Move your hands as your intuition tells you, and you can do a lot of good with this. When you can do energy passing, another trick you can do is get a hold of someone's hands by the palms and get a good reading on them, a good feel for them. Is this a good person, a bad person, malicious, good? You get a sense in your hands. It's another little trick you can learn. So energy passing has a lot of uses. It's a very old technique. It's a very good technique. You can use it to charge items. You can use it to pass energy. You can even use it to cleanse an item, like in what do they call it? Banishing is the technical name for it. I have my own name for it. But anyway, any of these can be done. And it's as simple as what I've shown you. The important thing is to practice consistently. 10 to 12 reps, once or twice a day. And then you'll get to the time then you just can do it naturally. That's a good thing. Good luck with this. This This is Uncle Thor. Have a good one.